Aaron here. Today we're replacing the polymeric sand in this patio. We were here yesterday and we had a power washer and we blasted all this interlock out. Very noisy, very messy. That's why I didn't really show you that, but I'm going to explain it to you right now. When you're power washing this area, you need a power washer at least 4,000 psi. None of this 1,000 psi. We always go and pick up a rental one, and they always try and give us something 1,000 psi. You'll be here for a week blasting these joints out, getting all the old sand out of here with something like that. It's not good. 4,000 psi. Once you get the hang of it, you blast all these joints out, starting from here, and you work your way going that way, and you get right down to the base underneath. Now you don't want to blast that base out of there because you're going to make loose pavers, but you blast all that old polymeric sand out and all the weeds and all the moss and everything in there. You blast it all out and you keep working your way all the way that way to the off the patio. Then you come back and you crank down the juice on that thing and you have to clean everything because you're going to need to wear like long rain pants, rubber boots, and everything else. And this is going to be speckled with the old polymeric sand. So afterwards, you come around and you clean all that shit off everywhere off your walls because it's going to be absolutely everywhere. Once you're done all that, you come back the next day like we've done today. We're going to make any repairs that we need to do with this paver restraint edging over here. There was some loose bricks because this is on a slope, so it sort of has shifted down a bit. So we're going to repair that, put them back in, reinstall the paver edging back where it's supposed to be to keep it there for another 10 years. And then we're going to come through here and sweep all our sand in. Now that it's dry, we're going to top up all these joints. We're going to run the plate tamper over it again to settle it in. Then we're going to sweep it in again. We're going to wet it twice. And that's the end of that. We'll bring you back once we start sweeping. All right, when you're sweeping in your polymeric sand, got to make sure you get it in all your joints. And when you get close to the house like this, you always got to make sure you have one of these that we call the whiskers. That'll get you nice and tight. And all those cracks along there. Like so. Usually we'll have one guy going around just doing that. And then the other guy has the room to get the broom, and then you're not leaving a massive pile along there like that. You just go across, back and forth, filling all those joints. Once you've done the entire patio like that, you get all the excess, the heavy, swept up. We'll lay down plywood and tamp everything, and we'll show you when we do that. All right, we've swept everything in. The joints are relatively filled up. And now we're going to tamp over everything with this 150-pound plate tamper. We're going to go back and forth a couple of times, 3 times on each one of these pieces of wood. And as we get to the end, we'll grab another sheet of wood and put it beside this piece of wood so the guy on the tamper can just keep going back and forth. And we're going to do this entire patio area, and that's going to settle all the sand that's currently in the joints down a bit. And then we're going to remove the plywood, pour out more sand, top up all these joints again with the sand. Then we might even tamp it again, depending how it looks. Settle that sand in, give it one more sweep in. Then we're going to get the heavy off, give it a light blow with a leaf blower, and wet it. Now our dear friend here is going to start the tamper and do some tamping. This is what it looks like after it's been settled in with the tamper. Now we're going to sweep in some more. Now it's time to blow off all the extra residue, sand residue. Will get lightly blown off now. just enough of a blow to get all the top stuff off so that all the crumbs are gone. You don't even need to use the trigger on a blower. Just the normal idle is enough to get it off there. And obviously you should wear a mask. I'm not, but and then we wet it. Now we're going to give this a light misting. You don't want to soak it, otherwise you're going to have the polymer sand, all the white stuff, bubbles come up. I don't know what you call it, but we call it white stuff. Anyway, it's not good because it'll stain your bricks. That's all the glue and the sand. You just want to wet it enough so it's wet. You go over everything once, just like our dear friend is doing. And once the whole entire area has been done, you give it about 10 minutes. It'll dry up relatively quickly because this is all in the sun. Once it all dries up, you want to lace it again, just like he's doing. And that's it. That'll set the polymeric sand. And this patio will be good to go for another 10 years. Aaron here. Are you looking to get more clients in your landscaping or lawn care business? Well, I just released an ebook and it's perfect for you. 10 proven ways that I've used over the past 16 years to build my clientele, and you can too. They're easy, they're straightforward, and some of them are relatively cheap, if not free. You might not have heard of the one. There's one in there that's a doozy, and it brought me in well over six figures in 1 year. And it continues to make me money to this day. It's a quick read. It's less than 15 pages. It's only $9.99. Check out the link if you want to get it.